one of the fastest ways that you can actually start your preschool. You don't need a degree, you don't need a certain amount of experience, and you don't need any license. There is no governing agency that rules the online preschool world. Anybody can teach online, including you. Jessica asked, what's the difference between an online and a local preschool? Well, besides the obvious answer of local being in person, right? People would physically come to your home or your church or a separate building. Online is just like this. We're watching a video or we're interacting in an online format with whether Zoom or Google Meet. Now, how did online preschool come about, right? Truly, online preschool came about when everybody came home and they weren't able to go to physical preschools anymore because of COVID. Thankfully, we were able to learn that online learning can happen just like in-person learning. It's just done with a couple different nuances. And so my suggestion is to you is that if you've never contemplated the idea of online preschool, I would actually ask you to embrace it, open up your mind to it, because it's one of the fastest ways that you can actually start your preschool. You don't need a degree, you don't need a certain amount of experience, and you don't need any license. There is no governing agency that rules the online preschool world. Anybody can teach online, including you. Typically with a local preschool, you're gonna have a 2.5-hour class, right? So kiddos would come to preschool and they would do things like music and movement and circle time and center time and snack and recess and story time. And then they would go home for those 2.5 hours. They would have a great fun time. But with online preschool, it looks a little bit different. You're going to have maybe a 30-minute pre-recorded teaching time lesson where you teach just like this and share lessons and stories and exciting things to the children so that they can actually learn the preschool concepts. Then you're also going to do a 30-minute Preschool Pals class, which will be live, interactive. All the preschoolers will show up. You can do it in Zoom or Google Meet, and you can interact with the kiddos and get their socialization in, as well as talking about all the things they learned in that teaching time class. So with the pre-recorded teaching time class, you actually record that. You can record it on a Sunday evening for all the ones you want to do during the week, and then you send it the night before your Preschool Pals live class, so that the kiddos can wake up in the morning before their class and be able to watch this pre-recorded teaching time lesson of you teaching them some fun concepts, and then they'll jump on that Preschool Pals class that evening or that afternoon and be able to talk to their preschool friends and you about all the things that they learned. As far as tuition rates go, it's going to be a little bit different because you're only teaching the student in a lesser amount of time, obviously, than 2.5 hours. So online preschool tuition is usually a little bit less, but guess what? You can make just as much because you can do preschool classes anytime during the day. You can do them during the morning, the afternoon, the evening. You can even do them on Saturdays, which is so cool. I mean, local preschool, you usually don't find that in the evening or on Saturdays, but with online preschool, you can do that on those times because maybe people were working or they were super busy during the week with homeschooling their own kids or virtual learning, but you can offer learning opportunities for their preschool age child in the evenings or the Saturdays, and they would really love it. And of course, the mornings and afternoons are totally normal times too. You will find with a typical local preschool class, you know, a Tuesday, Thursday, 9 to 11:30 class being a very common time. So with the tuition rates, what you're gonna find is that online preschool usually might start at maybe $47 a month, but it can vary anywhere up to maybe $250 a month. It really depends on how long you're teaching and what, most especially, the value that you're adding into your preschool class. What specialty can you offer these students they're not getting anywhere else? What value adds can you throw in? The free things that they get when they join your preschool. How special do they become because they're part of your preschool? With local preschool, of course, you're going to find again a wide variety. Usually the base of a local preschool class is anywhere from $100. It can go all the way up to $400, maybe if you're in California or New York. It really depends on your area. With registration fees, they're very similar. So with a local preschool, you usually charge a registration fee to sign up people and reserve their spot, right? Same thing happens with an online preschool. You can choose to include a registration fee or not. If you do a registration fee for online preschool, my recommendation is to be sure to mail something out to them. It's just that little extra something special, because in local preschool, usually you'll give them a free t-shirt or free other fun things like that. So it's a really special thing to be able to mail something to an online preschooler, and when they get it in the mail, it's pretty much like Christmas. Hey, real quick, do you want to start a preschool but you have no clue how to do it? I mean, I know you're loving these videos, that's why you're here, but do you actually want the step-by-step process to get you from where you're at to having a successful preschool so you can stay home with your kids and finally create that consistent income? I've got exactly the right thing for you. I want to gift you a free copy of my book called Start Your Preschool. Guess what? This has over 300 pages teaching you how to do a local or an online preschool. It's my story of how I started my preschool and also how I've shared this knowledge and this mission with everyone over the past 10 years to help thousands of mothers start their own preschools as well. They've literally gone through this exact same training in my book. I want to get it to you so you can finally stay home with your kids. Don't wait. This is your chance. Get your free copy of my book. Simply go to freepreschoolbook.com or click the link in the description and I'll ship you out a copy for free. I hope you're loving these videos, but let's pause these videos for one quick sec and go get my book. And finally, the differences between online and local preschool with class sizes is that they're very similar, but it really depends on you as the teacher. So if you're doing a local preschool in-person class, how many students can you comfortably teach at one time? I personally started with just 6 students. I felt that was a great thing, but then obviously the next year I increased it to 10 students per class because I felt more comfortable. With online preschool, how many students do you think you can comfortably manage online with Zoom or Google Meet? So remember, you do have the privilege to be able to mute everyone, which is a pretty handy little tip, but you still want to be able to have great, engagement with them. So do you think maybe 6 students or maybe 10 students? I'm not sure that I'd go much beyond 10 students in a preschool class online. I feel like 10 is pretty much the max. So you might really enjoy a class of 4 to 6 students and being able to give them as much one-on-one attention as possible. And when you do that, guess what? A small class like that can give you a premium tuition amount because parents know that you are truly investing in their child and really being able to fine-tune their developmental skills. So those are all the differences between an online and local preschool. Post in the comments, what kind of preschool would you love to teach? Does online seem more your flair, or would you love to be in person with your students? Post in the comments. And as always, please subscribe to our channel so we can get you more of these videos, and share and like our videos as well so that we can get them out to your friends and family and share this message that women everywhere can start preschools, stay home with their kids, and create a consistent income. We'll see you on our next video. What else should we say about it? What else do I want to say? Registration, class times tuition. That doesn't make sense. Trying to think which one I should teach. Okay, I got it. Whew, we got through that one. That was exhausting. That's a wrap.